Hi, Jeff here from GCT Property. Just giving my thoughts and feedback on the recent Channel 7 article. So for those that may have watched it, it was a 7 News article from 7 Network in Sydney, and talking about a PRD property expert, what their forecasts were. And they were forecasting for Sydney property prices to double by 2030, which is 8 years' time. And the Gold Coast at that time to have the most expensive real estate in Australia. Now, who knows? My personal thoughts are we won't see that stronger growth, but irrespective of that, there is definitely going to be a market rebound, and those that have owned property or getting into property are going to get very good results in the next few years. And some of the reasons I think we're going to see this strong growth over the longer term is people are getting more used to these interest rate rises over the next 2 or 3 years once they start to settle down. The supply and demand issue is really a challenge. We're in South East Queensland especially, we don't have enough properties to supply the demand for rental properties or properties for sale. So we're seeing good quality properties that are fully renovated, still looking around, they're selling, attracting premium prices and selling very quickly. And if you're trying to rent a property at the moment in the South East Queensland corridor, it's a very dire situation. There's simply not enough rentals and rents are starting to increase. So again, that long-term picture, and don't just read one article or take one point of view. Just look at all the information available, and from those seasoned investors or property owners and the experts that have been in the industry a long time, and base your decisions on that. One of the other things that's going to have effect on the Australian property market over the next few years is a strong immigration. So the government recently announced the permanent migration visa allocation has been increased to 190,000 applications between 2022 and 2023. So that's a massive number, 195,000 over the next 12 months. And they're going to be importing, very skilled, educated and financially secure immigrants into Australia, which are obviously going to have more finances, obviously going to be looking at real estate as an avenue. So there's going to be a lot of pressure from that overseas migration, as well as that the growing population here, and that's going to really put a pressure on property prices and also rental income. So if you're sort of sitting on the fence and not sure, you hear the positive and the negative news about property markets. Again, just go back to the fundamentals, look at the supply and demand, look at the industry experts, and base your decision on that. You'd hate to look back like we did and said in 10 years' time, or wish we'd bought in 2022, like we said before COVID, wish we'd all bought more property before COVID. So hope that's helped and given a bit of a reality check on what's really happening in the market, and see you at the next article.